So after nearly 30 years of studying the Bible, this is the conclusion I've come to that is rather fascinating. And honestly, for some of you, this could literally be the very first time you've ever even been exposed to the thought. But I want to show you something about the book of Romans. Now we know Romans 11 is where I get the term grafted in. And we know that Romans 11 really is Ephesians chapter 2 and 3. It's a metaphor here. It's an analogy once you attach it, the meaning from Ephesians 2 to Romans 11, it becomes an analogy. So the way to look at the book of Romans real quick is basically Paul is looking back through time to Adam. So you have chapter 1, chapter 2 and 3 is Moses, chapter 4 is Abraham, chapter 5 is Adam. Then he switches to what Christ did on the cross, dealing with sin through forgiveness, conquering death. Then he goes to Moses and talks about the law and how Christ took care of that, kind of replacing what was going on with Moses, the shadow, with the promises to the patriarchs and Abraham. So Abraham is actually starting, in a positive sense, confirming what Christ did in chapters 8, 9, and 10 for the nation of Israel, in which we're grafted into that. When he talks about the word of God has not failed, I'm almost certain that by the time you get to the end of Romans 11, he kind of expands on this in Romans 15:8 and 15:9. He's talking about the Jews here. Christ came to confirm promises that the word of God has not failed, but also that the Gentiles would give God glory for mercy, Romans 15:9. But where Paul is actually headed is Isaiah 27 and Isaiah 59. There was no New Testament. Remember, noble means read from the Bible that Jesus read from. Read from the Bible that Paul read from, which was the Hebrew Bible. There was no New Testament. So he was preaching from Isaiah 27, from Isaiah 59. And if you take the context, a Messiah will come. All Israel will be saved. The promises to the patriarchs cannot be withdrawn. It takes you here, Isaiah 26, Isaiah 27, Isaiah 59, Isaiah 60. This is going to talk about a rapture and a rescue. This is going to talk about judgment and the earthly kingdom. And what you do with Isaiah 60 is critical, because it will help you with Romans 9 and it will help you with Revelation 21 and 22.